Title: Unmasking the Hindenburg Report, What It Means for Madhabi Puri Buch and India's Financial Sector. Hey, curious minds, have you heard the latest buzz shaking the Indian financial world? It's all about the Hindenburg Report. Yes, the same Hindenburg research that shook Adani Group earlier this year. This time they've turned their focus on Madhabi Puri Buch, the chairperson of SEBI, India's Securities and Exchange Board. But what's really going on? In today's video, we're going to dig deep, unravel the key points of the Hindenburg Report, and explore why this could have major implications for India's financial markets and regulatory landscape. Stay tuned, because things are about to get interesting. Before we dive into the report, let's talk about the central figure, Madhabi Puri Buch. Now, she's no stranger to the limelight. After all, she's the first woman and first person from the private sector to head SEBI, India's apex financial regulatory body. That's a huge deal. With a career that spans over 30 years, including leadership roles at ICICI Bank and the New Development Bank in China, she's been lauded for her reforms in financial markets and her push for digitization. But with great power comes great scrutiny, and now her leadership is being questioned. Hindenburg's report, the big bombshell. So what exactly is the Hindenburg Report alleging? The report is packed with serious claims that are raising eyebrows across the industry. Let's break it down, step by step. Corporate governance concerns. One of the core allegations revolves around a potential conflict of interest in her tenure. The report suggests that Buch's previous ties with the private sector could be influencing her decisions as SEBI chairperson. Is this true? Well, it's important to note that regulators often come from the industries they regulate, but the question here is, has that impacted her impartiality? Lack of transparency. Another point the Hindenburg Report emphasizes is opaque decision-making processes within SEBI. Under Buch's leadership, SEBI has rolled out several reforms, but the report claims that some of these initiatives lack clarity and public disclosure. For instance, Hindenburg raises issues about certain high-profile investigations handled by SEBI, questioning whether they were conducted fairly or whether there was selective scrutiny. Handling of market scandals. Hindenburg also zooms in on how SEBI has dealt with major market controversies. There have been criticisms that SEBI's enforcement actions under Buch have been inconsistent, particularly in high-stakes cases involving large conglomerates. Is the regulator being too lenient, or is there something else at play? This has led to speculation that certain corporate giants may be receiving preferential treatment, digital push and its risks. Interestingly, while Buch has championed SEBI's digitization initiatives, the report cautions that this aggressive shift may have opened up vulnerabilities in market security and surveillance. The rapid pace of reforms might have left gaps in oversight. Could this be a ticking time bomb? The broader picture. Now, here's where things get even more intriguing. This isn't just about Madhabi Puri Buch as a person, it's about the role of regulatory bodies in the modern economy. As India's financial markets grow more complex and global, SEBI's role becomes even more crucial. But with power concentrated in a few hands, how much trust can we place in these regulators? Some analysts argue that Buch has actually been doing exactly what SEBI needs, fast-tracking reforms and clamping down on market malpractices. But others, like Hindenburg, suggest these rapid changes come with trade-offs, like reduced accountability and potential for oversight lapses. It's important to remember that Hindenburg isn't new to controversial calls. They've famously targeted companies like Adani Group and Nikola, exposing inconsistencies, and these reports have led to massive shifts in public and investor perception. What could this mean for India? The stakes couldn't be higher. If the allegations hold any weight, this could trigger a broader conversation about transparency and integrity in India's financial system. Investor confidence is the bedrock of any market, and SEBI, as the watchdog, plays a crucial role in maintaining that confidence. Here are three possible outcomes. Increased scrutiny on SEBI. Buch and SEBI could face a wave of investigations and inquiries, not just from domestic stakeholders, but from global watchdogs and institutions. If doubts linger, it could impact foreign investments in India. Shifts in leadership. If the backlash grows, SEBI might witness a leadership change. But would that lead to more reform or stagnation? It's hard to tell, but investors will be watching closely. Impact on policy reforms. The digital transformation of SEBI has been hailed as revolutionary. But if Hindenburg's concerns about security vulnerabilities gain traction, we might see a slowdown in these initiatives to focus on shoring up protection. Critique of the Hindenburg Report. But before we jump to conclusions, let's also critically evaluate Hindenburg's role here. Some might argue that Hindenburg is a short seller with a vested interest in shaking market confidence for financial gains. By casting doubt on key figures like Madhabi Puri Buch, they might stand to benefit from market volatility. Is this a genuine concern for governance, or could this be a tactical move to profit from the chaos? The answer might not be clear-cut, but it's a valid question. While Hindenburg has unearthed real issues in the past, not every report leads to undeniable truths. Critique of the Hindenburg Report. But before we jump to conclusions, let's also critically evaluate Hindenburg's role here. Some might argue that Hindenburg is a short seller with a vested interest in shaking market confidence for financial gains. By casting doubt on key figures like Madhabi Puri Buch, they might stand to benefit from market volatility. Is this a genuine concern for governance, or could this be a tactical move to profit from the chaos? The answer might not be clear-cut, but it's a valid question. While Hindenburg has unearthed real issues in the past, not every report leads to undeniable truths. Conclusion. And there you have it, folks. The Hindenburg Report on Madhabi Puri Buch is more than just a controversy. It's a lens through which we can examine the future of India's financial regulatory environment. Whether this turns into a monumental shake-up or just another headline remains to be seen. But one thing's for sure, this story is far from over, and its impact will ripple across the financial landscape. So what do you think? Is this a wake-up call for greater accountability, or just another market rumor? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell for more deep dives into the biggest stories shaping our world. Stay curious, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next video.